Greetings and God's peace be with you. My name is Kristofer, and I'm one of the priests at St. Francis Episcopal Parish and Community Center. It's good to have some time with you this morning. I pray that you are doing well. Our reflection for today is going to focus on, a scriptural passage, surprise, surprise, but also the three accompanying photos that I took at Sunday's worship service outside. I don't know if you looked closely at them, but the first one has a creepy crawly cicada that's on St. Francis's chin, the statue, one of the statues that we have on our grounds. And the second one has the white cicada emerging out of the shell. And the third, you can see it actually a bit more fully formed with its wings out and spreading. And this all happened within the span of the service on Sunday, so it was a pretty short amount of time. It was kind of amazing to watch happen. But what was even more amazing was watching. We had a couple of kids in our parish that showed up with their families for services to see their excitement to see one another and be outside together, but also to watch them for the first time seeing all of these cicadas, and frankly, to watch. I think we probably had 60 or so folks at the service. Watch their excitement at seeing, just seeing these new creatures emerge. For many of the people there, they'd seen these 17-year cycles emerge a number of times, but there's this thing that comes up because I wonder what, I think some of us are just freaked out by bugs for sure, but just there's something that's pretty phenomenal about the cycle of how every 17 years these creatures crawl up out of the ground and they go through their transformation process, and it's something to behold. I know in the weeks to come I probably won't be able to be out here on the back porch because it will be so loud, but it has me thinking as I ponder the excitement of these children and us all as children of God, but as I particularly pay attention to the transformation that this creature was going through. Its shell and it being something that would just crawl around to breaking out of the shell, and then its wings emerging. And while they are not the most beautiful creature for sure, there is something that is quite phenomenal and miraculous about them and watching this process unfold. Today, you will likely receive an email from our vestry today, or you'll have in your snail mail a letter that goes out to those that are not on our email system, with just some important updates from the vestry about some exciting things that are happening. The vestry is going to be sending out a series of letters just to keep you a little bit more informed about some of the movements that are occurring, whether that's around regathering and how we're able to be together in safe ways, whether that's around transitions with our music director, how Amy and I as your clergy are working together, how the community center and congregation are working in close and harmonious ways as we are one body together. So look forward to that message from the vestry today. In one part of the letter, it references 3 different gospel accounts where Jesus speaks about wine and new wineskins, that if you put new wine in old wineskins, that the wine would burst those skins, and then the wine is wasted, the skins are destroyed. But it got me thinking about the skin of these cicadas and their transformation process, and how they look so different from these crawly things to these flying things. And while it might be a little bit dangerous to equate St. Francis's transformation process with cicadas, because not many folks really love and adore them, we too are going through our own transformation process. And I am thankful to God for the ways in which we are being guided through that as we break forth from the old shells that contain us to become more of what it is we're being called to as we follow faithfully in the ways that Jesus calls us to. yeah, cicadas might not be the most beautiful thing, and yes, locusts were a part of the plagues of Egypt and Israel, and those dynamics between Pharaoh and Moses. But we are all part of God's creation, and this world that God has made is wondrous, and Christ is present with us in it as the Spirit breathes in us and guides us. So this day, as we break forth from whatever shells that once contained us to become something more, as we grow into the full measure of God, and we allow the Spirit and power and love of God to flow through us, may you rest in that transformative power of God as we become something more together as St. Francis Episcopal Parish and Community Center. Christ's peace be with you.